After their 5 conditioning workout days, the Toombs County Bulldogs finally put on the pads for real on Wednesday morning. They practiced between 8 and 11. They did board drills, which is the 101 hitting. They also continued their conditioning, and they did some defensive work. And for the defensive backs, that included 101 competition with the wide receivers. And one of the corners doing a good job making plays was Mark Terrell.
Well, it was just showing our abilities and see what we can do.
And you made some good plays. How do you, as a defensive back, read the receiver, read the pass route, and jump on it?
Well, it's fundamentals. All you got to do is work through your fundamentals, then you'll get it.
What's the rest of the practice been like today in pads?
We just been running a lot.
Another Bulldogs senior DB is Gary Terrell.
I was doing pretty good. I mean, I still got a lot of work to do. A lot of us do. But, I mean, we're getting better.
What was the toughest matchup against one of the receivers?
The toughest matchup would probably be between Arion Gaffney and Tamar Hampton.
Big receivers that could catch it?
Yeah, it's big and fast.
When you came out here in pads, was it kind of exciting for the first time?
Yeah, it was kind of exciting. You was kind of anxious to see how everybody was going to react and stuff, but, I mean, we got after it.
Yeah, as Gary mentioned, Tamar Hampton at about 6'3" was a tough matchup for a DB.
Yes, sir. I was just making our DBs work hard, getting prepared for what's going to be in the game.
Is it kind of like a challenge to beat one of those guys?
Yes, sir. I just come out here and have fun, try to make them better.
There's an old familiar face back out at practice. Cody Dowd is back from Robert Toombs, and he's wearing the red. What's it like to be back in pads with the Bulldogs?
It feels good. We're out here practicing. We're looking good, and we're coming together as a team. That's the main thing.
You've been out here for 2 hours. Have you had any good moments so far?
Yes, sir. It's just it's good to see us just working hard and trying to just get back on track.
You made a couple of picks in that drill you just did.
Yes, sir. I guess I got lucky, you could say it, and I caught a couple picks.
What's the key to jumping on that route?
You just got to read the receiver and see if he's coming. If he's coming, you just read that quarterback's eyes, and when he looks, you just jump on it.
When the Dogs played a little 11-on-11, one of the defensive linemen who was making some plays was Paul Bruton.
Well, it was attacking technique, stand square, make sure nobody get around us, outside contain, so we have a good season. Hope we do great this year.
And what were some of the good plays you were making?
I was keeping the outside. Quarterback tried to get around me. I was there, stand square, make sure nobody got outside of me.
Has it been fun to be out here in pads instead of just running around?
Yes, sir. It's been good getting to get a little contact with everybody, being family, just getting to know each other.
Now, you're sweating, but the weather has got to be pretty nice for the first day in pads.
Yes, sir. It's pretty good. When he told us we were going to be out here till 11 o'clock yesterday, we thought it was going to be bad, but God's giving us good weather so we can keep practicing hard.
One of the highlights of the second day of Toombs County Bulldog football practice in pads was an 11-on-11 matchup inside the 10-yard line between the number 1 offense and the defense. And the D made it really tough on the O to get the ball into the end zone. And when it was over and when both sides came together, it sounded like this. One of the leading instigators on defense was wearing number 90. His name Tavis Furman, and he was stuffing many plays near the line of scrimmage.
They were just bull rushing and everything and holding squeezing, holding my jersey.
How were you able to make those plays that you did right around the line of scrimmage?
Just kept on working hard and getting around the football practice.
Were you surprised at how well you guys played, stopping the number 1 offense on defense?
Yes, sir.
Another Bulldog sticking his helmet into the defensive action was Anthony Britt.
We're just trying to get more physical, get more hitting, more practice makes perfect.
The Bulldog defensive unit that made it tough on the number 1 offense included veterans like Mark Terrell and even a rookie named Landon Coward. He'll be a 9th grader this season.
It was very intense, just a lot of high-speed intensity and just getting through there and doing your plays.
What were you doing?
I was middle linebacker, just watching the fullback, seeing where he leads the running backs.
How were y'all able to stuff them?
Just working with coaches and going through our fundamentals and everything and just doing what we were supposed to.
What has this been like for you, your first, I guess, camp with the Bulldogs?
It's pretty great. I'm starting to get used to it, and I love it.
Have you handled the physical part of it?
Yes, sir. It's tough mentally and physically, but you get through it.
When the Bulldog offense finally scored, it was Jamar Smith who powered the football into the end zone not once but twice on 2 very determined runs in which he broke at least 2 tackles each time.
Well, we just got pumped up. We just had to put all our techniques together, all the things we worked on, and just had to put them together and push each other to the limit.
That first run you made kind of reminded me of a couple of runs you had in middle school against Waynesboro and West Lawrence where you would not go down.
Yes, sir. Just determined not to go down. We had to get the touchdown ready to get that run over before we can just get out and get a break because we need the rest we can. We need to get the reps, as many reps we can.
How tough did the defense make it for you guys to get in there?
They made it pretty tough for us getting in there. They had some good tackles over there, good people that had to clog up the line, and we just had to push ourselves.
How did the offensive line do?
Our offensive line, they had progressed at the end and got better as we went on blocking and getting their blocks done and pulling stuff.
James Etheridge was the quarterback on the number 1 offense.
Everybody working hard, getting a good work ethic, and really pushing to get it in there.
Was the offensive line, hanging in there even late in it?
Everybody was tired. I know the offensive line was tired. They were working really hard, but they stuck through it. They did good. They pushed through it. I'm proud of them.
On Friday, on a perfectly sunny morning, the Toombs County Bulldog football team wrapped up its first 3 days in pads by spending a lot of time working on defense. While the linemen were working on technique, the defensive backs were working on stopping different pass routes. And when both the big guys and the little guys got together, the defense worked on situations like 1st and 10, 2nd and 4, and 3rd and 15. And one of the Dog defensive linemen who was able to make some plays and get to the quarterback was defensive end Paul Bruton.
At defensive end, I was attacking my technique, stand flat, make sure nothing gets to the outside, keeping outside contained.
Also looked like you had a good rush on the quarterback when the opportunity was there.
Yes, sir. When we get down the distance, we should know what the play is going to be. If it's starting long, we're getting our jet stance to get out to the quarterback.
One of the 2 tackles working on the inside of the defensive line was Brandon Dowd.
I'm handling it really good, just going through what we got to do, and hopefully I get everything right.
So a lot to learn, and what are your responsibilities?
My responsibilities is to hold my gap and stay square so if the ball comes back my way, I can stop it from getting back to the linebackers.
What kind of defensive line do you think the Bulldogs can have this season?
I believe we can have a great defensive line if we can just stick together as a team.
The leader of the defensive backfield, which includes Jamar Smith and Chris Mobley and Mark Terrell, is Gary Terrell. He's a safety.
We did all right. We still got a little bit of work to do. We're getting better day by day, but, we still got a little bit of work to do.
What do you think is the 1 or 2 things that you guys need to improve on as a secondary compared to last season?
Mainly just mental stuff and just breaking on the ball and making tackles.
The Dog linebackers in this drill were Tamon Hampton, Cody Dowd, and Anthony Britt. And for Britt, this is a position change. Last year he played on the defensive line and was a pass-rushing end.
It's good. They put me back there because, I'm kind of fast and stuff. And it just helps out more. We got more big people that's faster and stuff. So they just put them on the line and we just work even harder and try to make something happen out of nothing.
As you can hear, the Bulldogs were getting ready to end their water break and get back to work.
Hey, listen, it's halftime now. We're going to the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. Now, guys, the score is 0-0. 0-0. We've got to daggone outwork them in the 4th quarter. You understand? Yes, sir. Give me everything you got.